So, how about that Patriots loss?
Yep.
That was wonderful.
Evil has been defeated.
Yes, evil has been
Philadelphia's
defeated.
on fire.
That city was going to go in flames whether they won or lost. It would not have mattered.
The most iconic image, which is Tom Brady sitting on the field.
Sitting on the ground dejected. It was wonderful. We also sent a car into space. That was cool.
That was a thing.
Not the first car we've put into space. We sent one up to the moon and drove it around. More of a buggy, but still.
Not really a car.
It's not a, everyday car. Yes, and it didn't go to Mars like this one will.
Right.
But a whole bunch of stuff also happened in the pony world, so I guess we should talk about that. Yes, welcome to Pony 411. This is episode 211, not 411, for the week of February 11th. I'm Alcatraz, and with me, as normal, is Nemesis.
Hey.
Yeah, this past couple weeks has been rather interesting.
A little crazy.
A little crazy. But yeah, we've got a bunch of news to talk about this week. We also got a comic we're going to go over in this episode, and we're also going to go back to an old episode. We got to try and get through Season 1 stuff that we never got to.
Yeah. We only have so much time now.
Yes.
We have a time limit now.
We got a little bit of time.
Yeah, until the end of 2019.
Yeah. So yes, let's start out with the news, because like I said, there is a lot of it. If you would like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's LIBSYN. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get to this. In convention news, Everfree Northwest Scribblefest contest is open for submissions.
Scribbling.
Yes, Scribblefest. They do it every year. Bunch of categories that they grade on.
Write your stuff.
Yes,
it's a writing thing.
Scribbling, yes. It's a fanfic contest to submit something that has never been submitted to the public before. So it has to be new.
Yep.
Write something new for it.
Multiple awards and whatnot, too.
Yep, for different categories.
$10. $10 Amazon gift code.
Yay.
Also be featured on the EFNW website, the Film Fiction page, and on the EFNW social media.
Yay.
Oh, let's see. 2,000 to 6,000 words in length. February 1st to March 3rd.
So there's your time limit. So go submit if you want to. Winnie City PonyCon has announced M.A. Larson and Ian Hanlon.
Yes, Ian Hanlon is Sunburst.
Yes.
First con appearance, too.
Yeah.
I believe. I think that's one of the things they're touting on their press release. Yes, first is MLP convention anyway.
Yeah. I think he's shown up at other ones. Crystal Fair has a few announcements, including their location, date, badge prices, their theme, and their first guest, Lee Takar. So yes, there's quite a bit of information. I don't really want to talk about all of it. Should be looking at the show notes, so click the link and see all of it. Other than the fact that the theme is Pirates vs. Ninjas, so cool.
Wow, that's
old school theme.
Right, sure.
Pirates vs. Ninjas. BabsCon has announced Andrea Libman. And Galacon has just announced Ellie Ray, which is the voice of Mistmane.
Yep. Lots of convention appearances this year.
Into fandom news, the game Record Legends has released a demo showing off one of their levels. This level is apparently a little bit different than the rest of their game.
Piano.
It's like riding a piano.
Piano riding.
So, the assets from Daydreaming Derpy have been released. Now that the game is out, all of the assets, all the sprites and the RPG Maker files and stuff are out for you to play with if you want to play with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool that they released those. And a pony dating sim visual novel is now in the works, and there is a demo out.
Yeah, there are two versions.
There are two versions. The demo is safe for work, but if you want, there is others, but we won't talk about those here.
The NSFW one exists too.
You just had to.
Undermining is my thing.
Of course you are. But yes, it's a thing. Them's Fighting Herds, which is
Remember that?
sort of pony, not really, but we like them, and we're going to.
There's a pony
that's
in
where
there.
they came.
There's a unicorn in there. It's fine. It's fine.
They came from this fandom, so
The
we're
unicorn
going to
is
keep them
fine.
around. It's community based.
That's
Anyway.
why it's in the fandom part and other news.
Yes, they have released an announcement video that showcases a whole bunch of little parts of the games, along with a release date.
Yeah.
Finally, yes, we have a set release date of February 22nd. So.
And there's also pre-order bonuses, or bonuses if you own 3 other games. I can't remember what
One of them was the
Skullgirls for sure.
Skullgirls thing.
But yeah, it's little outfits for your character and their little overworld thing.
Yeah, the sprite lobby. Pixel lobby, that's what they call it.
One of them's Blaze Blue, one's Skullgirl. I don't remember the third one.
I didn't remember the third one either.
They also said that they've partnered with Humble Bundle which will continue funding them for stuff after the stretch goals and whatnot. So they'll be able to add more characters beyond the 7th one they've already announced.
Yeah. They say more stuff is coming after
Yeah.
release, including like the Mac and Linux clients.
I'm just
and
talking
stuff
about beyond
like
that.
and
That's the
new
stuff
characters.
that was in the
that was
stuff
that
in
was
the stretch
in
goals.
the
But this is stuff that they're going to do further beyond that because they're funding from Humble Bundle.
which is really cool.
And then console version is still up in the air.
Up in the air, because yeah, that's a little bit different.
Be cool.
That is pretty cool. Next week.
Mhm.
Into merchandise news, the Mist Main update for the Game Loft Pony game is live. Yes, they're adding in stuff from the pillars. An Indonesian-based manufacturer now has MLP movie-themed Tupperware.
Gotta burp it.
For your Tupperware.
Yeah. Keeps the food fresh.
Yep.
Let's see if it comes out elsewhere beyond Indonesia.
Yeah, hopefully it does, because it looks kind of cool. Tales of Equestria has announced another adventure called Judge Not by the Cover. No other real information other than an image and name is out yet, but it's in the works. Concept and prototype dolls for the Legends of Everfree doll line appeared briefly, and MLP Merch got a hold of that stuff, so they have a whole page listing. It's kind of interesting. Looking at some of the prototype stuff. The original link got pulled.
Yeah. I think someone shared something they weren't supposed to.
But we got copies.
Yeah. So yeah, different dolls and whatnot. Apparently one of the things they're going to include one of the old comic from way back when, the Equestria Girls annual way back when. Remember that? Or one of them are going to include an Equestria Girls annual with the dolls. More comic style box, it looks like. Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah.
Get a comic and get a free doll.
Entertainment Earth has a few new listings up, including a Singing Rainbow Dash brushable, a Play-Doh set, a Main 6 molded figure collection, and a new fan series figure featuring Starlight and Trixie.
Pretty sure everyone's interested in the Play-Doh set.
Right, everyone just wants the Play-Doh set. That's what everyone's interested in.
Don't eat it though.
Play-Doh's
It
the new
just tastes
Tide
of
Pod.
shame and regret.
Yeah, I don't think it'll kill you as quickly as a Tide Pod will, though.
No.
But yes,
because Play-Doh's non-toxic.
yes, Play-Doh is non-toxic. It'll just
So it's
taste
safe to eat.
really
You can
nasty.
eat it if you want to.
Just I don't recommend it. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I guess the Singing Rainbow Dash is not all that interesting. That
She
it sings,
sings.
but it's still a brushable. The molded set is kind of neat though. It's like a brushable figures except with fully molded hair.
Yeah.
I might have to find and pick that one up.
I already pre-ordered that.
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered, but then the big one, the fan series Starlight and Trixie on a rocket. That one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get it, even though I don't like the characters. It looks really good. It does. It looks really well.
Can't
made.
look good because it's those characters.
I'm sorry.
You should be sorry.
I still have
Everyone
to get it.
should be sorry.
No, it's a really cool design. I will give credit where credit is due, and credit is due here.
Anyway, you guys remember Toy Story though? Rockets explode.
Only some.
That's a firework. That's going to explode.
Yes.
Which makes me happy, but of course,
someone already made that reference.
yes,
I already
know.
saw that.
I mean, it was
comic.
I already realized that before I saw that comic.
Yeah. Well, that's why the comic was made. Everyone realized it. Someone just made a comic out of it. Anyway.
Well, anyway, I can't believe they're dead.
A new Equestria Girls doll line called Friendship Power has been revealed. The initial set includes Dash, Twilight, and Sunset, and they light up and make noise when you press their torso.
Woo!
That's interesting.
Friendship power.
Friendship Power.
Woo!
Squeeze them and they blink. Don't try this on real people. It doesn't work.
That's what you know.
I got nothing.
Obviously not hard enough.
A couple new playsets have also been revealed, and both are about the upcoming, or at least one of the upcoming Season 8 settings. The school.
The school. We'll get to the school.
We'll get to that later. We haven't announced that that's been announced as well, but we have playsets for a thing that we have yet to talk about.
Yes, a school and a classroom.
Yes, the whole school, and then just one classroom in more detail. More info in images about the upcoming Cutie Mark Crew blind bag line that we talked about 2 weeks ago has also been released.
Yes.
Bunch more information and pictures and what comes with them and stuff like that.
They're little canisters.
Yep, little canisters.
Which makes it so you can't just feel around the bag anymore.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
Unless
if these are
you
going to
can feel
have
the
little
opening.
unique codes on them as well, like the old blind bags did.
Yeah, little character codes on the bottom.
But anyways, they're kind of interesting. I might get a couple of them, particularly, there's Twilights and, hey, look, a sunset.
Well, yeah, what's interesting is this one, one set of 24, but they have ponies, sea ponies, and Equestria Girls in the same set.
Good.
Guys, Equestria Girls is canon. See, they're even including them in the same toy lines.
Aha!
They are the same universe. Get over it. Shared universe.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick up a bunch of them.
I might have to look into it. It's been a while since I bought blind bags, so it'll be interesting getting back into that.
Oh, these are blind cans.
Yeah. It looks like the openings in the canister are different shapes, so that might help if you want to just feel around.
Yeah, 'cause it looks like the
but I don't know
maybe
if
it looks like the canister opens up and it's a display thing in the canister. The canister itself becomes a display for the figure.
it looks like the side of the canister has an opening though.
Yeah, that's
so
what I
look
mean. That's what I'm
inside.
saying.
Yeah.
It's you open up the side and that becomes a display for the figure inside.
I thought there was like a hole in the front.
Yeah. Although the way it is, I'm
So if
sure
it's is it a hole or is it a picture? If it's a hole, you might be able to feel that through the bag.
it's a hole, looks like, but you might be able to picture, but you might also it looks like there's labeling, so it might not be able to feel the
Yeah.
opening too well. Anyway, a lot of them are also the same. They're just kind of rounded off.
Yeah.
So, good luck.
Good luck. Maybe there'll be, like you said, codes on the bottom. New chrysalis and sandbar brushables have been spotted on AliExpress. Yet another thing that we haven't yet quite talked about. We'll get to. Sandbar. That's a new character.
Also, this chrysalis is apparently pretty much the same as the old chrysalis. With some minor alterations to the paint apps.
Yeah, it
Minor
looks like
ones.
the same mold. But the sandbar is a male character, and it's like, what, the 4th male brushable that we have ever had? Something like that. I think that's what MLP Merch says in their article.
Oh no.
So yes, new brushables will be on the way for Season 8.
I dare Hasbro to make a bulk biceps brushable. I dare you.
I'd buy it. I know a lot of people would. Comic news, a preview for Friendship is Magic issue number 63 is up on iTunes.
Yeah.
As expected. So that's it for comics. And to Equestria Girls news, Fluttershy's Butterflies short is up on YouTube. So is text support.
These are the choose your own ending ones.
Yep.
They're finally showing up on YouTube.
And a whole bunch of promos for the upcoming Forgotten Friendship Equestria Girls feature have popped up.
Yes.
Some of them kind of overlap with each other, but each one has something unique to it.
Yeah.
So, and they reveal one critical piece of information that I'm certain Nemesis here is overjoyed about.
Oh, yes.
Apparently,
Finally, Sunset and Princess Twilight are going to be interacting again.
Yes, Sunset's
them long
coming over
enough.
to the Pony World.
They kind of dropped that after Rainbow Rocks.
Yep.
It's been 4 years.
It's been 84 years.
Also, the other one, which is just trying to amusing, it's like someone knows something there. With the one with the love is in the air, catch-a-la high, showing Sunset and Twilight. It's like,
that one.
guys, what are you doing? Don't play with me like this. Do not toy with me.
They are toying with your heart.
I can't take it.
Love is in the air, and they show those two. It's like,
What are you doing?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing. Yes, and apparently Forgotten Friendship is actually 50 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but they cut 6 minutes off for the TV airing for, probably commercial space.
Yeah.
But the full 50-minute version will be up on YouTube sometime in the future.
Yep. Every half hour has to have 8 minutes of commercials because reasons.
Yep.
Money.
Yep. Last bit of news. Friendship is magic stuff. So, Hasbro kind of goofed. And they released a music video early for a Season 8 song. It's called Friendship Always Wins.
And it's already taken down.
And then they pulled it down.
They pulled it down within hours, I think.
Yeah, but we got copies of it. It's
of course
out
we do.
there.
Of course, every single time it gets up to YouTube, it's immediately taken down.
Yes, but it is still floating around there if you can find it.
Good luck.
And yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
How much do we want to talk about that? What
I didn't
goes
get
on?
a chance to find it. I didn't get a chance to see it myself personally. I couldn't.
You didn't? Okay, I did watch it.
I didn't get a chance to look at it because I just couldn't. I was too lazy to find it.
I did watch it, and there is...
There's stuff in there which we'll definitely talk about, I think, in the upcoming news bit. There's a lot of things changing in Season 8.
Virgin Atlantic and Singapore Airlines have added MLP, stuff including the movie, to their in-flight entertainment options. So we'll see if that starts spreading out to other ones.
Watch ponies at 10,000 feet. 30,000
30,000 feet. Ponies at 30,000 feet.
There's a pony on the wing.
So yes, Season 8, we had a press release with a whole bunch of information, including a release date. March 24th.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a whole bunch of screenshots and stuff to mull over in there.
Yeah. Here's the thing. All this stuff in this press release and everything, pretty much outright, if there's anyone who's still doubting it, it's all outright confirms the leak.
Yeah.
It's true. All of it.
They.
Yeah. Let's see. It's this press release. So spoilers. Big spoilers.
Yeah. Maybe mention spoiler alert.
Twilight Sparkle School of Friendship is in session. Let's see. Premieres at 26 half-hour episodes, complete with 7 original songs, 7 songs this season, up from 4 last season. New characters and tons of friendship. New episodes of the Hasbro Studios produced anime series are to stream live and on demand on Discovery Family Go, the network's TV Ever app. Following the events of My Little Pony, the movie, specifically calling that part out. Let's see, in the back-to-back season premiere episodes titled School Days Part 1 and Part 2. Main 6 discovers the friendship map has expanded to show the world outside of Equestria, though through 2 exciting original songs, Twilight Sparkle learns their friendship needs to spread beyond the limits of the kingdom and decides to open her very own school of friendship. But things come to a head when the new non-pony students ditch class on Friends and Family Day, putting the entire school in jeopardy. How?
That seems a little bit
That seems
big.
That seems a bit of an extreme.
Yes.
This season, viewers will witness major milestones featuring the introduction of Starlight Glimmer's parents, Princess Celestia's big acting debut. Additionally, the main 6's Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, are accompanied by 6 new creatures, including Oculus the Changeling. I think it's Oculus. I think that's what we're Silverstream the Hippogriff Sea Pony. There's the Sea Pony we're teased about.
Yep.
Smolder the Dragon, Gallus the Griffin, Yona the Yak, and Sandbar the Pony.
I think it might be Ocellus or Ocelus.
No, Ocelus might work.
Ocelot.
No. Joining them on epic adventures throughout new and familiar lands such as Mount Eris, Everfree Forest, Las Pegasus, and more. Fan favorite characters Maud, Pie, Spike, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, Queen Crystals, and Discord return with exciting storylines and a whole lot of magic.
So yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sea ponies have returned. This is directly connected to and following the movie, like they
/Hippogriff.
mentioned. So yes,
And then also one screenshot blatantly shows Twilight as a sea pony
as
again.
a sea pony with the CMC as sea ponies and one of the new characters.
That's
Might be the one mentioned.
Probably is Silverstream.
Possibly would fit.
That probably is, I believe. See new character there with Rarity. Looks a lot kind of like an adult Scootaloo, oddly enough.
Yeah, well, so does another character that we have down here that was mentioned.
Yeah.
The dragon Smolder.
Yeah, Smolder. Also some guy with a goatee, which, well, goatees, you always know what goatees mean.
Oh yes, must be an evil character.
Must be. I can finally talk about some of my concerns about season 8 now that some of this is out in the open.
Some of this is now publicly released and no longer leak.
Yeah. I'm concerned about the fact they added 6 new characters to us on us like that.
Yeah, a little bit concerning. Yeah, disconcerting.
Just a little bit, because, like, again...
Usually the track record is when a show starts throwing in brand new characters all the time, it means they're, like, running out of ideas, or someone's pushing for something, or things are just
Or they feel they need
great.
to reinvent the show to keep the audience fresh or whatever.
Yeah. Usually it doesn't signal anything good.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned, especially since, I mean, from what I know, they're not completely pushing aside the main 6, but it's kind of like, I'm a little concerned about the future just because I really don't want them to push the main 6 completely to the background for the sake of these new characters. Again, we've worried a little bit about this before. It didn't actually happen too much.
Okay, I think the first time we ever really worried about that was Twilight became an Alicorn, they're going to replace her. Which didn't happen. Yeah. And then Starlight showed up and went, oh god.
And then she took over a lot of season 6.
Yeah, and that was to bring all those worries back.
And now it's like we got 6 new characters. It's like, I'm a little concerned. Also, there's the whole thing about this whole complete change up with the school and everything. It's kind of like...
if they did it in like season 9, which is supposed to be like the end, it would be less concerning.
Well, it'd still be concerning because
like they're out for a G5.
Well, for me, that concerning would be like, what if the finale focuses on the non-main characters?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's just, for me, it's just kind of a little worrying. I mean, from what I've seen, it's not going to be that. But it's still kind of a...
It is. I mean, with the whole G5 thing happening, introducing new characters could give them an out, even though it doesn't look like, based on the leaks, that they're even using that.
No.
But that would
G5
be like...
is not related to G4 at all.
I know, except for, redesigning characters.
Well,
because that would be like the thing. Introducing a whole bunch of characters to create a spin-off for the new generation would be interesting. And would be a lot better than just completely revamping your existing characters to fit. So, I mean, throwing a whole bunch of new characters into that to give you a spin-off would be fine.
But I don't think they're going to do a spin-off.
But I don't think they're going to do a spin-off.
Still so weird, this late game just adding a whole bunch of new characters like this is still a little
weird.
I've had this concern for a while when I found out about the whole friendship school thing.
Yeah. I mean, just the base idea of a friendship school is fine, but actually making specific new characters important.
But the one thing I'm most excited about regarding the officially announced stuff is stuff like this one, Princess Celestia's big acting debut.
Yes. Celestia's acting debut. One, that is interesting in itself. Princess Celestia acting. 2, this means we're getting a Celestia episode.
Hooray!
Doesn't even matter that it's about acting. It's the fact that we're getting, apparently, a Celestia episode. I'm happy.
Anyway, there's also more details that...
yeah, I'm looking at one of the new character
shots.
The one with Dash. I'm wondering if that's a bill.
Oh.
Rack up a large bill on
There's
something.
Also something about
like
one of the characters that was revealed.
Yes. The dragon Smolder. Apparently everyone was curious, and Smolder is in fact female.
A girl.
Yep.
Great. Spike gets another love interest for the fandom.
Another one. This one might be more his age.
Probably. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. Last bit of news. An official teaser for Season 8 is out as well. It doesn't really show anything other than a release.
It implies everything is forever, and yet...
And yet we know better now.
We know better, so it's kind of...
It's just like, that's one of the reasons I hated the leaks. It's like we always knew the show was going to come to an end, but now that we've seen it, it kind of puts a dark cloud over everything from now until then. It's better, like, we know it's going to end, but it's this future thing.
Well, we're always going to get to a point where we know it's going to end before it ends.
Yes, but not 2 seasons ahead.
Yeah.
Just like, it puts a damper on everything.
Well, it's a little bit better. It's better than like having a show you have no idea what the heck's going on with it anymore.
Yeah, but it would be better if it was just like an officially announced at season 9. This is it. This is the final one.
Well, that's not how it is.
They could hype it up as the finale.
They're still going to hype it up
now we
like
get
the final season. They're still going to hype up as the final season.
Yes, but the hype doesn't work when we already know before they start the hype.
Well, we know the season's coming. We don't know what's in the season yet, so we'll see. The smart thing would be to hype what's in the final season.
Yes, but they're probably just going to try and ignore that the leak ever happened.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not going to see that.
Do. Well, they'll just hype what's in the final season, so hopefully that's will be the case.
Anyway, that is the end of the news. Moving on. We did a contest.
Yeah, we did a contest.
We
drew a winner. The winner of the Trixie Equestria Girls mini is Retro Brony.
Yay!
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. You won.
You're a winner.
You won the Trixie. Look forward to that soonish, shortly after you hear this episode, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Should be, anyway, unless things go wrong and outside of my control.
Yes, we cannot control the post office.
Yeah. So, hope
a winner is you.
Enjoy that. Yeah, winner is you. Hope you enjoy it when you get it.
Yay.
Give us a picture if you can.
Yeah. Send us photos. Anyway, moving on, we have a comic to talk about.
Yes. Friendship is Magic number 62. And this one, of course, once again, is written by Ted Anderson, with art by Andy Price, and colors by Heather Breckel. The second part of this diplomatic meeting, the convocation of the creatures. Part 2, buy land, they're not making it anymore. Anyway, they find out an old treaty. It turns out, well, Equestria purchased a bunch of land from the Griffins, and what turns out was never paid for. Oh.
Oops.
And now some of the Griffin ambassadors are pretty insistent that Equestria give it back. Or pay with interest, which, well,
it's a lot of interest.
It's centuries of interest. It's not going to go very over well. So Twilight and a bunch of the bureaucrats are now having to go jump in and find, well, anything to stop this. Anything. And then also turns out one of the Griffins isn't exactly a good person. Surprise. So, yeah, it's more or less the basic summary without getting spoilery. The first half's a little bogged down, I think, because it's treaty talk and whatnot. It's not exactly the most interesting dialogue.
It's all about the Trade Federation.
Yeah, that's the problem. We kind of get into Star Wars prequel territory there. It starts to pick up, mind you, after this is all said and done. After they actually have to go start finding any evidence of stuff. It starts to pick up a bit, and it gets a little action-y-ish, adventure-y. That's better. But that beginning part is a bit of a slog at times, because it's wordy.
It is a bit wordy.
And not interesting words either.
Unless you're into trade and treaties.
Yeah, unless you're into treaty disputes.
Which I guess some people are.
Yeah, some people are, but it's just, that's the problem, is I feel like it wrecks the pacing a little because of that, but at the same time, it's also a little necessary for the way the story's set up. But yeah, it was kind of I guess the artwork was nice, and again, the second half or so was a little bit better. So I'm trying to think, this whole story, though, the two-parter story we got.
I'd put it maybe a 7-ish. It's all right. I mean, it's not horrible.
Yeah,
it was semi-interesting, but
second half particularly again kind of bogs down. It's just kind of it's an alright story.
It's all right.
I don't know. So I almost want to say just wait for like the trade paperback with all the other ones in it.
Maybe, unless you're collecting them all.
Yeah. well, that's a way to collect them all anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just collecting the individuals.
Yeah, if you're collecting the individuals, yeah, sure. But otherwise, I honestly think this is probably this story in particular probably not worth getting on its own. Probably just wait for a trade paperback so you can get more for, I guess, overall cheaper price.
Yep.
There you go. That's my recommendation. Wait for the trade paperback when you get more stories that might be more interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's all right, but just, again, the middle bogs down.
It does with verbiage. So, that's a comic. Next one we're going to talk about is the old episode. We're going to talk about Griffin the Brush Off.
Gasp.
So, attempted quick synopsis. Pinky wants to hang out with Dash. Dash kind of runs away because he doesn't want to deal with Pinky's antics. But after a while of failed attempts to get away, Dash gives up and gives in, and they end up pulling a prank on Spike, much to Dash's pleasant surprise. Then they go off pranking a whole bunch of other people and have a whole bunch of fun. And then the next day, Pinky goes to join Dash again, but Dash has a friend. Gilda has shown up. Still tries to hang out, but Gilda kind of is a jerk. Pinky goes and kind of complains to Twilight about it. Twilight says, it might be you, actually. You're just being jealous. Pinky ponders this in town when Gilda shows up and is a jerk to everyone in town, so Pinky throws her a party. Where things go horribly wrong for Gilda, there's a big argument with Dash and Gilda, and Dash tells Gilda to kind of leave. And she does. There you go. There's the episode.
Sure.
More or less.
Sure.
What? Could you do better?
Gilda's a jerk at the end.
Yeah, but it needs a little bit more than that. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it. Gilda is a jerk. So, this episode, there's a lot of little things going on in this episode, really. A lot of subtle things in it. Unlike a lot of the other episodes in season 1, there's a lot of little scenes going on, and instead of just like a couple longer things that are going on. That's why the synopsis took longer. So it's a different pacing. It's a bit interesting to see that. But yeah, this is our introduction to Gilda. When we first see griffins.
First griffin we see in the show.
Yep. And yeah, it gives us this idea that griffins are all jerks, which turns out wasn't entirely wrong. They're not all that great until later. Until they start learning to be friends. But yeah. Also shows us a bit of Pinky, and it did kind of lead to to putting Pinky on a lower level. Because she's kind of annoying sometimes. And this kind of played that up a bit, but also kind of didn't. It was a little weird in that. Go ahead and jump in if you want.
What if I don't want to? What if I want to see you dig yourself into a weird hole?
I probably would, too.
Yeah, this episode is a interesting one just because it's, again, very early on. We see that initially, like, the main 6 aren't fully connected yet. This is very much similar to look where you sleep before you sleep, right? In the sense that they aren't really
they're
super
still
friends yet. I mean, most of them right now, their whole thing is they're friends with Twilight, not with each other quite necessarily.
Yeah.
Again, because right here we see Dash is noticeably annoyed by Pinky. She just is like, oh, not again. I don't want to deal with this right now.
I don't want to put up with her antics.
To the point where she slams into a mountain trying to get away from her.
Yes.
And then goes into a big, very much obviously Pepe Le Pew-esque chase scene with Pinky and Dash. Anyway, so it's kind of interesting seeing that the growth of the friendship, as we see this is one of the very first episodes, so it's kind of that sort of thing still going. Seeing the friendships grow as time goes on and whatnot, seeing that, oh, hey, they do have something in common.
Yeah.
Which is they like to prank people.
Which comes back later.
Or ponies.
Close enough.
But yeah, it's just so that's a thing.
It is. It's
just the fact that, in fact, it's also interesting at the beginning of the episode, Twilight's like, when Pinky gets distracted by Dash, Twilight's like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, Twilight's just kind of putting up with Pinky's antics, too. It's been interesting there.
It's the whole thing. It's like this still actually pops up later in later episodes and seasons. There's just kind of like you get this undercurrent of after a while they just want Pinky to shut up or go away.
Yeah, we see this they actually use it as a weapon against Applejack.
Yeah,
later on.
And also we just talked about this episode, but Storm of the Century we have that bit where it's Applejack outright says to Pinky's a few apples short of a bushel.
Yeah.
Right,
they kind of dismiss her because she's always just so random.
Pinkie Pie, you are so random.
That wasn't a line from this one.
Yeah, I believe it was a line in another episode too. They called back to this episode.
Yeah, it was said more heartfelt in this one.
Yeah, that one was like very, very exasperated with Pinkie's randomness.
Yes, it sort of kind of played up this idea and probably helped my dislike of Pinky. That all of the other characters all just kind of put up with her. It didn't really help her stance with me at all.
Right.
Because it gave the idea of Pinky is annoying. Because all the other characters are treating her as annoying.
Another thing was, I just remember the thing with Twilight in the beginning was she was reading the book backwards.
She was flipping the pages backwards.
She's going right to left, not left to right. So I'm not sure if she was looking for something or she was reading one of Fluttershy's Japanese mangas.
Which we don't get to see.
Or I guess Japanese.
Yes. it could just be that she's doing research on something, so she's flipping back and forth through things,
That
seeing
could
where
be
things
too.
were.
But it's just, anyway, I just find it funny if Fluttershy lends it to her. Twilight just reads it out of curiosity.
I could totally see Twilight
And
reading.
that's how it begins.
Reading that. Twilight's a weeb.
Hey, you should check this out. No,
might
Fluttershy's
like
the
this.
weeb. Remember that.
Yeah, Fluttershy's a weeb, but Twilight's getting there. She's probably like closet weeb. at this
Casual
point.
weeb.
Casual weeb.
Hasn't bought any of it yet, but
Yeah, like I mentioned, this episode's got a whole bunch of little things going on, like little lessons and
better go through them
messages.
fast.
First off, we have the idea that I caught right when Pinky meets Gilda and kind of wants to join, but Gilda wants to go off with Dash. There's the whole idea of, your friends may have other friends.
Yeah.
And you do have to understand this, that sometimes these circles of friends don't fully enclose each other.
If you leave them alone together, they're going to be awkward.
Your friends may have friends that aren't your friends. And, if they want to hang out with their friends, sometimes it's not going to be with you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't mean that they don't like you. But, yeah. So that there is that there going on. But there's also this underlying, the whole... Gilda is a jerk to Pinky, but she's told it might just be because she's jealous. Mainly it's because Twilight doesn't know. She didn't see it. And it's obvious to us as the viewers that that's what's going on, but no one else sees it. But it does kind of lead into this, as it causes Pinky to start questioning it. That's like, there's a term for that. It's called gaslighting. And it is one of those things that comes into play. So you have to watch for it. They don't really deal with that, but they don't fully bring it to light either. So
Twilight's reaction is a little understandable because Pinky's
Twilight's
notoriously
reaction-
unreliable narrator.
Twilight's reaction is understandable. Twilight didn't do anything wrong.
I think part of it is Twilight's to believe in the best for everyone, or hope for the best in everyone, and
because Twilight brought it up because it is a reasonable thing. It might just be you because
you're just upset because you
she
want to hang
wanted-
out with Dash, and she
that someone didn't
reasonable,
want to hang
but-
out with you. It is reasonable. Like maybe you might be a little bit jealous. Now Twilight probably would not have said that if she had seen what Gilda did.
oh yeah, she's a jerk. She's a jerk.
Yeah. So it's not really gaslighting, but it does kind of touch that topic, especially when she's it might just be something else. The whole questioning your own senses kind of a thing. And no, Pinky was right. She didn't need to question. But yeah, and then we have the whole Dash dealing with, who's the friend to go with. Now there was no real contest in here, but this is shortly after the premiere.
Yep.
So right after we saw that, she is very loyal to her friends. So we get to see that again. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, there's a bunch of little things going on throughout this episode that I kind of liked. Would have liked a little bit more, but I mean, this is season 1. We're not going to get that much more.
Yeah. Also, Fluttershy.
Mm.
The whole thing about fandom's reaction to Gilda bullying Fluttershy.
Oh boy, this was before I joined, but I
guys, tone it down a notch. It's okay.
That still is
fine.
a thing. You cannot be mean to Fluttershy, or boy, all hell breaks loose.
Fluttershy probably smells.
Oh no!
Well, think about it. She hangs around animals all day.
Like, what happens to houses that have wild animals in them all the time?
Let's be honest, Applejack probably also smells.
Possibly. A little bit different, but yeah.
Smells like a barn.
Applejack probably smells like a barn, not apples.
And sweat.
And you know what happens? If you stick a whole bunch of animals in someone's house, their house smells like urine.
And
usually. Because that's what animals do.
And poop.
That's just what happens. Go to someone who takes care of animals.
Lots of animals.
Gonna have a smell.
An unpleasant smell.
It just comes with the territory.
But yeah, also the pranks they pulled, or like stuff like, painting the apples. Or
yep. They were very specific to show that the pranks were not harmful.
Yep. Like, oh no, disappearing ink.
Disappearing ink is like, other than, her science experience kind of exploded. That could have gone really bad.
That's fine.
But like the apples, made sure to show apple and water, it just came right off. It was fine.
Just wash it off.
Mhm.
It's like wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. It is also interesting. This is where the don't prank Fluttershy shows up. This is that episode, which apparently was completely forgotten about later seasons.
Or she grew as a character, and this is easier to prank her because, well,
except
you
that
don't have
it
to be worried
wasn't.
about her.
That was kind of the point of the later episode, that it wasn't. It was just like,
I know, but you can at least understand why she would possibly go ahead and, well, she's ready for it.
Well, maybe, except that they didn't do that. So,
well, again, you can see from a character Dash's perspective at the time that Dash might think Fluttershy's ready for it.
Yeah.
And oh wait, she's not. But then, well, just when she's getting accused of stuff.
Yeah. But that was an episode we already talked about. I don't really want to go back into that one.
Yeah, I know. This also was kind of an episode that kind of tied into Philly Vanilli because people lost their minds over Pinky's behavior in that, even though
I didn't think.
But then again, it's like you got to just understand with Pinky. Again, she can get wrapped up in her own head, and also the whole thing for her. It's not a prank, though. I'm just trying to tell her. I'm trying to help her. This is not pranking, so it's a totally different situation.
Yeah. So
you can see, I could, and again, Pinky does get wrapped up in her own stuff and forgets about everything else. So
yeah, Pinky does have the habit of not exactly thinking how others will react to things. She doesn't.
Yeah. So I feel like. Her in her mind, it's like it's not the same. So it's like, don't prank Fluttershy, but at the same time, this is like, I'm not pranking Fluttershy. I'm helping Fluttershy, right?
It just didn't come across right.
Yeah, she just did a very poor job of it.
Yeah, it's like she doesn't quite consider or understand other ponies and how they will react to you as much. It's
like we kind of see that a little bit in that here. It's like
right at the
Gilda's getting pretty pissed off.
Yeah,
and Pinky's just.
Yeah,
happy. Just
normally you would just see you have a friend over today that hasn't shown up in a while. It's completely understandable. You're going to want to hang out with them. I should just let you hang out with them. But Pinky doesn't quite do that.
Well, she does initially.
She does initially, but then just pops up and just starts
literally.
Yeah, it's later. I caught up with you. It's like, Pinky, no,
no, Pinky,
no,
Pinky, no.
Let them have the time that they're catching up on old times.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's not like a malicious thing. She just doesn't think about that.
Right.
So it makes sense later on in the Philly Vanilli thing. She just doesn't quite think about how it works with other people.
Also, they use the term gal pal.
They did use the term gal pal. Dash said that Pinky was her gal pal.
Uh-oh.
Which there's a lot of things in this episode that really are fuel to Pinky Dash shippers.
Oh yes, the Pinky Dash shippers love this episode.
Yes, I'm certain they do. I am not a Pinky Dash shipper though, so
I'm gonna ignore it.
I will completely ignore it, and I will find every reason why it's not.
Yeah, it's just also interesting. It's like, Gilda was obviously a bit jealous. Was the thing.
Yes, Gilda was definitely the jealous one. Pinky was just kind of not
also, she's
thinking.
a thief.
Yes,
she's an outright
thief. She's an outright thief and a bully. She's a meanie, a thief, and a bully.
No bully.
No bully. Anti-bully ranger.
Yep.
Yeah. Fortunately, we see this resolved in the later seasons.
Yep.
But yeah,
take a while.
It does take a while.
She's just off in a ball hole in the ground, basically. A rat hole, basically.
Sort of. Griffinstone was not exactly the... Yeah. Griffinstone is not exactly the greatest of places, as we saw.
The bright spot in the universe, you're the furthest place from it.
Yep. Yes. I guess it holds up still, but it's not the highest point in the season one.
Part of you is you don't like Pinky that much, so you just...
Yeah, I guess there is, but it's also a Dash episode. But it's primarily a Pinky part.
Just like the later episode of Gilda's Dash and Pinky episode.
Yeah.
That made you confused.
I think they did that on purpose because a callback probably to this episode.
That's just to annoy me, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, Pinky's definitely got better later in the seasons. She isn't quite as annoying and grating, though sometimes she still can be, but I think it's less often. I think that's just because they fleshed out the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still not a horrible episode, but it is interesting looking back and realizing just how many little things there are going on. It's a lot more dense than a lot of season 1 episodes were, I think.
Flies in and thinks she... Also, I did notice in this episode, they actually, soundtrack-wise, they use a lot of guitars. That was not a thing they did do very often, really.
Yeah.
Guitars, actually, I would say, would not even really be a thing again until Equestria Girls came along. With particularly Rainbow Rocks. But, yeah, the guitars in the soundtrack just simply aren't really a thing too often, so hearing it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
This early, because, again, they kind of gone.
Yep.
Well, there is some guitar stuff, I think, later with Dash, but again, it's very rare. I mean, in the Ingram songs, you hear it sometimes, but in the actual, the orchestral, or not orchestral, but, soundtrack stuff.
Is it William Anderson that was doing
William
those?
Anderson's background music, you don't really hear guitar very often.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the show. So it's a very weird, just kind of really jumps out with this one, which kind of makes sense, because Gilda jumps out.
Yeah.
Sometimes literally.
So you have to, yeah, sometimes literally. Speaking of songs, Spike was humming the theme song.
Oh, yeah, he did that too.
He hummed the theme song.
Meta.
Yep. All the meta.
I think another character did that same 1.2.
Yeah, I think it's happened a couple times.
Yeah, several times. Just hum the theme song.
Hum the theme song. Yep.
It was a fine episode. Just, yeah. For me, it was also just because it's Dash and Pinky. And at the time, I was like more into Pinky than I am now. But it was Dash. It's like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, it was all right. It's not a bad episode.
Yeah.
I just like all the little things going on in it and how dense it is compared to the rest. Dense.
Not that dense. Ain't that deep.
Ain't that deep. It really isn't that deep, but it is deeper than expected.
Yeah.
So, I guess unless you have anything else to add to the episode, that's where we'll end the main discussion, and we'll move on to fan content, which I guess I will start that off, because music.
Yeah, music.
I've got 3 songs I'm going to feature this week. And first up, for our Free Brownies, featuring EileMonty's Not Much to Miss.
Coming back if you knew I'd say I don't need you now, don't even think about it. You couldn't get me back if you tried. Don't get me back, already had your chance. No reason to wonder why. Once upon a time I was in love with a boy who didn't miss me enough. Yes, I'm not much to me.
This is very well made. The production on this is great. Mixing is great, and Eile has an absolutely amazing voice. And Forever Free is also really good on the instruments. It's just a really well put together song. It's like a sort of love song-esque, like with the picture put with it. It's like Ember and Spike, except Spike's not interested in Ember, and that's what it's about. Where Ember is. It is, like I said, it's really well done. It's got sort of a pop-esque feel to it, sort of like something you'd hear Taylor Swift sing. So that's actually a good thing, because it's pretty good. So yes, good song.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah, this was a really good song. EileMonty does some great vocal work again, not surprising.
Not surprising.
Really nice guitar work there too, again.
And piano and everything else.
Yeah. This song is kind of Disney-esque, but not animated Disney, live action Disney. So it's kind of that kind of thing as pop song you're saying that Disney's pop thing they do sometimes with their stars. So it's kind of in that vein of a song.
Yeah. I get what you mean. It's good. Go listen to it. Next one is Jyc Row's Flower of the Wastelands. This is a very big and bombastic orchestral song. I love the imagery that it kind of has. Especially it's like, apparently it's inspired like Thorax's city, whatever you call that he's running. Empire, if you want to call it that. It's got like, the feel of this is like this shining city sort of feel to it. And like a symbol of hope and and stuff. I really, really like it.
It's very sweeping, and I know this word is super overused, but epic.
Epic. Yeah,
it
is overused, but it does fit here.
This fits here. So there's that vocal bit at the beginning with the is pretty cool sound. And the piano in the later bits was really good as well. So it's actually really cool. So it's just a very big song.
It's like a big and bombastic.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big song.
Big song. The last one is by a new artist. This is Dreamers Adieu. It is a very nice, uplifting trance song. It's very peaceful and relaxing, and I really like it. Kind of sway with it as it plays. But very, very good.
When I first saw the song, I actually misread the title. I thought it said AU.
AU.
I was like, oh, what did you feature here?
It's a pony remix of.
Yeah, it's very interesting instrumentation, and it kind of makes me think of the sky, if anything.
Well, considering it was a picture of Rainbow Dash flying.
I wasn't looking at the
I know, but this totally fits. That's what they use, and that's what you got. So, good job.
Good
it
work.
It worked.
You did good.
And yeah, the sky, peaceful, relaxing, uplifting. I feel very good. Go check all three of those out. And that's what I've got for today for music. How about you about fanfics?
Not a darn thing.
Not a darn thing.
There's several I was strongly considering, but I was like, you know what? I just featured this author. I probably should go ahead and skip them for now.
Poor author didn't get a feature.
Yeah, but Novel Idea did a great work. And also, they're also all part of the same contest. All the ones I was considering.
Oh, right.
And the one I featured last time was part of that same contest as well. So it's like, I'm just featuring stuff from the same contest. It's like,
it's like when picking, like, we get a Ponies at Dawn album. I don't want to try and...
You want to pick things from the same album. I don't want to pick things from the same contest because they're all centering around the same theme. Basically.
I want to try and give other people a
But
chance.
yeah, Novel Idea and Ouroboros, and they did some great work here. If you look them up on FimFiction, they did some great work for their contest. It's Aragon's contest. So they did great work, and I wish, because one of them, they're both Sunlights, yes, but they were great. So it's just kind of a mini feature, but not an official feature.
Yeah. Just go search
I really
them.
wish I did, but...
I don't know, I should look into stuff too. One of my fics that I've been wanting to read is finally finished, and I haven't started actually reading it in the first place. Anyway, since you don't have any...
And there's no updates either.
Yeah, and there's no updates.
Nothing updated, surprisingly, again.
It's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. Oh, it helps to make this episode a little shorter.
Anyways, if there's no fanfics, that brings us to the end. If you liked what you heard, and you'd like to listen to more, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's LIBSYN. So go there, find them all. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for us, Pony411. We're there. Subscribe to us. Have it auto-download. Give us good stars or whatnot you can do on iTunes. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or use the mobile apps. Just search for us. You know our name. You will find us there. We're also on Google Play. Play.google.com/music, and then you can search for us, because apparently you have to go there. You can't search for us anywhere else in there. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. So go like us there, and yes,
Comment and subscribe.
Like
check out the reviews and stuff.
Sorry, yes. And yes, like he mentioned, we do other things. We have reviews of toys and such up there as well. So go check those out and let us know how you like them. We're also on Ponyville Live with all of the other shows that they have listed there. We are listed among them. Our page there will update with the YouTube account. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in then. Also tune in whenever else to hear a bunch of really good music, live DJs, and other stuff. If you would like to contact us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. Like, if you have something you want us to talk about, send it to us, and we will take a look. If you just want to say hi there, that works as well. If you have any questions, we will answer them, kind of thing. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. You can send us stuff there. We like our page. We'll post updates when they happen. The best way to communicate with us, like quickly, like little things, is via Twitter. We are at Pony411. So follow us, tweet us. That's like the contest that we just did. That's
we
where
might
that
just
was
do
all.
one again sometime.
We may do one again if we have something to give.
Yeah.
If we're not just buying it for ourselves, we buy some extras to give away, and we might do them there. So keep an eye on our Twitter for events like that when they do happen. Also, if you just want to tweet random crap at us, we do that too. You can also find our personal accounts on Twitter. I am at Alcatraz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is at Nemesis Prime 1. So yes.
Finally managed to get a review done that I should have done a month ago. And
Yeah.
it's way longer than I really wanted it to be.
Yep. And I just basically retweet ponies that I see that I like.
So
it's a lot of
basically all
Rainbow
Dash
Dash.
and sometimes
The-
Scootaloo.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Rainbow Dash if you go scroll through my timeline.
I'll just
is
see
not
me
a bad
celebrating because Sunset and Twilight are finally interacting again.
Yay! So yes, that is the end of the episode. I hope you liked what you heard, and I hope you tune into our later episodes.
Next week.
We will be back next week
Yes.
because the Forgotten Friendship.
Yeah, we're not taking
Feature.
a week off that time.
Yes,
so,
we're not gonna.
We're breaking the hiatus briefly.
We're briefly breaking our bi-weekly thing to do Forgotten Friendship next week. So we hope you tune in then for that. But until then, remember, please pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.